Hartford. Danny's behind the board tonight. Hey, Danny. And we are recapping our on-location shoot at Muzzy Field. It was a great time, right, Pete?
Absolutely. Had an absolute blast hanging out there. July 16th.
Wasn't too hot for you, was it?
It was a little warm. You know, I'm glad I wasn't in the Pucky outfit, that's for sure. But yeah, we had a great time. We had a great weather, as you said, and we saw a pretty good game. We saw, we started off watching some of the batting practice, watching the players, either college athletes who are, either double A or single A. Some of them from UConn, from Central. We had a great time with John Holt from WFSB.
He was great. Yeah. And as we watched the batting practice, we'll go back to that first. Yeah. We were down in the dugout, and we were trying to get the hats, the Whaler hats that were given to us by Batter Up Investment Group, and it was great. Brendan brought them in, got us the hats. Yeah. And it was great because they were all different style hats.
Yeah. So every player had a different Whaler hat.
Right. And the kids, and we can call them kids because they're much younger than we are.
Yes.
Really enjoyed wearing them.
Yeah, actually there was a little bit of concerns because because Whaler hats are kind of hard to find because they sell out everywhere. We actually ended up short on, there was 18 players. I think we had like 11 hats.
Yep.
So every starter got a hat. But even the general manager was like, well, boy, it's going to be tough. Some of these guys are going to want a hat, and they're not going to get a hat. So, and everyone who walked out loved their hats.
Whaler fans. Yeah. We just can't get enough of the apparel.
Yeah. And they walked out with their hats on, and they said thanks for the hats.
Yeah,
they loved it.
They were very appreciative.
Yeah, it was cool to see them out in the field with it.
And then when John Holt turned the corner, and we knew he was going to show up at some point during the night, he was just blown away at not only what we had put together with the petition drive for the license plates, the NHL season ticket drive, and then for the people who would like to join the Whalers Brigade, the club that we will be creating as we're doing as we speak. And then he started asking all kinds of questions. He was interviewing some of the guests that were there in their Whalers apparel. I think what bothered me in the beginning is we're out there on the field listening to Anthony Harrington talk and singing the national anthem, and we're looking at the crowd and we're like, nobody's going to show up. There's nobody here. Yeah. And then when he was done, we left the field. I looked back at that ticket booth, and there was a line of Whaler jerseys, Whaler shirts, and it was absolutely, it blew me away.
Yeah.
It was a great picture, and the Bristol Press did a great article on the night and captured the Whaler fans walking in. Yeah. And Mark Lupa was there with his son, and it was great to see them, bringing your kid to a baseball game, but wearing their jerseys.
Yeah, there was plenty of Whaler apparel. As a matter of fact, the owners of the team said, if you guys want to come here, no problem, because we got a pretty good following show. You could tell, with the amount of Whaler apparel that those people heard about the event and showed up. Yeah. And the attendance tripled that night.
It did. We brought in about 800 Whaler fans for that evening, where they average about 400 to 500 a game. We got them up around 1,200, and we want to thank all of you who showed up that night. It really meant an awful lot to us. And it should mean a lot to you that there's a group out there that is committed to making this happen. And we got great publicity from John Holt, who interviewed both Peter and I, as well as all the fans that came out who were signing the petitions to get this off and running.
Yeah, because we had had 3 books there. We had the license plate, the season tickets, and then we also had a Whalers Brigade newsletter club that if you wanted to sign up and be a part and keep it active into, we send out a newsletter of the things, events we have coming up along those lines. And we got a pretty good amount of hard signatures as well as online signatures for the license.
That night we got about 120 at the game, and then it just exploded. We were able to do the online petitions, and it worked out really well. Right. And who else was there?
Yeah, our buddy Joe Oxtolis from Minuteman Press. He threw out the first pitch. He's been a great supporter of us. He's done so much for us. We're in debt to him. He's been great for us. He's been there every step of the way. Anything that we're having trouble with, he finds a way to help us out.
Makes us look good.
He does. The shirts. If you saw the shirts we were wearing that night, that was courtesy of Minuteman Press, who did a great job with the logo on the shirt. I thought we looked sharp.
We did, and those will be for sale. Yes. Those are going to be for sale. The Whaler Brigade shirts, golf shirts, which are very comfortable, I must say. Yeah. And they wash up very nice.
Yes, very quick dry, which is good for me.
Oh yeah,
it gets too hot,
you sweat.
Yeah, you get.
But we talked about Anthony Harrington did an absolutely wonderful job. It's like he never left the Civic Center. Yeah. Here he is, taking time out of his busy schedule. He was getting ready to drive down to Philadelphia to meet his daughter for vacation down in North Carolina, and he waited and did the show with us and did the national anthem, and then he drove out. You know, so thank you very much to Anthony Harrington, a great Whaler supporter. And then, you know, you thought he was the star of the show, but really, who was the star of the show?
Oh, without question, it was Pucky. You know, Pucky got so much attention. You know, there was BB was the Bristol Blues mascot. So you got great shots of with BB with Pucky. Pucky's holding kids, kissing babies like a politician. But Pucky has always been, you know, and really when you think about it, you know, Pucky is a mascot that started on the shoulder of the Whalers jersey. But he actually didn't become a physical form until you know, the Fan Fest. Summer Fan Fest. So it was great to get Pucky. You know, we thank the Baldwins for allowing us to use him. And he was the star of the show. I mean, he got a lot of attention.
He did, and it's great to see the kids not be afraid and run up and have the picture taken with him. I mean, Pucky is just like the Yukon Husky mascot. That comes out to the hockey games or basketball games. Pucky is our mascot, and he's, as soon as he came in, everyone was like, "Hey, look!" You know, it was great. So. You know, we're going to have more events as time goes on, and more events that we have scheduled coming up in the future. And again, thank you to the Baldwins for letting us use Pucky.
I mean, it was that night was a good kickoff event for us. Like I said, we got great support. You know, we could put on events if nobody shows up. You know, there's no point in us having two guys just put on an event for ourselves. So it was really important that the Whaler fans really responded, and we can't thank you guys enough for coming out. It means a lot to us. Some people didn't live close to Bristol, but they made the trip out anyway. And we even got some people that you know, worked in local businesses and wanted us to come to their store or to their restaurant, and
we have a couple of those coming up as well. We'll put those out on Facebook and Twitter when we're going to be at certain spots. We will probably do a show at those stores to get some notoriety for those shops as well. It's nice that you can do that for small businesses, especially because they can't afford it. We put it right up on YouTube, and it's a free way for us to pay them back to say thank you.
And I think just about every Whaler fan enjoyed the Bristol Blues. $5 for a brat and a beer. That was the deal of the night. That I was told from many a Whaler fan that was there, and they were really into the baseball game too. The crowd was loud. I mean, it was very loud. You and I were taking signatures and talking to people. Bob Muldoon was there from the Brass Bonanza. Plays again. He wrote that book.
Which is a very good book. I read it on my recent trip to Colorado. It was very good. I liked it a lot. I didn't know how it would go, but I really enjoyed reading it. It was an easy read. It was fun. He brought a lot of factual places here in Hartford into the book, and then some fictional characters. So it was really quite good. So when you're looking at, you know, a book to read, I would recommend Brass Bonanza Plays.
I have to read it. I haven't read it yet.
And drop him a line. You can get his email offline. He's a very friendly guy. He worked for Whalers from '84 to '94.
10 years. Drove the car out for the Shoot to Win contest.
That's
right. Remember that from back in the day? You could everybody was trying to win a car. So. And then we had a great time, and we were really surprised at this a little bit too. We took time because we were filming a show, which you're going to see momentarily. But we got great interviews from fans. Fans lined up to sit down and talk to us about their favorite Whaler, their favorite Whaler memory, you know, their favorite Whaler game, what they hope for the future, what they loved about the past.
And it was fun to meet them in person.
Yes.
We talked to a lot of you online, whether it's through Facebook or Twitter, but to see you guys and meet you guys face to face actually is a privilege for us because we want to meet who we're talking to. And it was a lot of fun. I had such a good time just talking to people. But you know what we're gonna do now is we're gonna let you guys enjoy the interviews that we had with the Whaler fans because, like I've said over and over, and Pete agrees wholeheartedly, the fans got screwed at the end. And you know what? This is our way of letting the fans tell their memories, talk about their favorite Whaler, and keep the hope alive. And we're there. We're there. People are noticing that we are doing stuff, and you are part of this. And again, we thank you so much for supporting the Whaler guys, the Whalers Brigade. You guys are the brigade. We're the Whaler guys. You guys are a big support. So guys, enjoy the interviews and tell us what you think online. We'll talk to you soon.
Break it down! Break it down! Break it down! Give me some. Oh.
All right, and welcome from Muzzy Field. We're here. It's Bring Back the Whaler Night, July 16th. We're about ready to kick off this game. I'm here with the GM of the Blues, Rick Muntean, and the other half of the Whaler guys, Jerry Irwin. Rick, what do you think about this so far? What do you think about the team tonight?
Well, I think everything is fantastic so far, except for you two guys are a constant source of embarrassment. But that's the way we want it.
Yeah.
No, I can't say thank you enough. Really happy with the turnout thus far, and I think we're going to have a spectacular night.
Yeah, it's like I said, we're expecting a lot of Whaler fans to come out here. We have the plates to sign up for. We've got the season tickets to sign up for. We have a booth. We have Bob Muldoon. Anthony Harrington's going to kick off the national anthem, and we're going to ask Jerry what he thinks about all this.
Well, it was a month in the making. Rick did a great job. Thank you so much for all your help. Joe from Minuteman Press has helped us out a great deal. And, of course, the guy behind the camera, Dan, our producer from Hartford Public Access. We are doing it. There's the thumb. He's the thumbs up. And I'm looking for a great night. We have a lot of great Whaler fans wearing their colors tonight. And it's all about bringing everyone together in the summer. Are you hot, Pete? Oh, very hot. He sweats. He sweats. It's terrible. But thank you. And we'll have some interviews throughout the night. And Anthony Harrington's going to go on now, so we don't want to take up any more time.
Yeah, we're looking forward to doing a good night. We're going to do a lot of interviews and catch a lot. We'll get it all on social media so you can see it. Keep tuned.
Branding this team to bring them back. It's been 18 years, and we're a lot closer than we've ever been before. And so we're sitting here tonight. We have petitions to sign out front for the NHL to bring them back. We have the Whalers Brigade, and we are also signing up people if they're interested to get a Hartford Whalers license plate. We're going to go through the Connecticut DMV to get Whalers license plates out there. So here's my co-host Peter. He has a few words to say, and thank you very much for showing up.
Woo! I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for coming out tonight. We really appreciate your support. We need everything we can do. We're going to keep rolling out these types of events as we move through the future. Hartford definitely has a decent shot at the NHL, and we're proving that tonight. So thank you again for coming. Please stop by our booth and check out the sign-up sheets. And once again, thank you so much for coming out tonight, and give Pucky a cheer.
And here we are again. We're with another Whaler fan, and you got the perfect last name, Matt Green.
Yeah, Whaler fanatic.
And we see a lot of green here tonight. What do you think of the event that has been put on here tonight?
I think it's fantastic. We got a huge Whaler turnout. I think it's great for our cause. Get back to Whale. I think you guys have done a great job.
And what would you say is your favorite Whaler memory of all time?
My favorite Whaler memory of all time would be probably April 14th, 95. Darren Turcotte's OT goal against Montreal. The place goes absolutely berserk. And we actually thought we were going to make the playoffs that year. And hopefully in the future we will. I'll never forget that memory.
Yeah,
thank you.
Montreal game where Turcotte scored against the Montreal Canadiens. It's great.
Yes.
That's absolutely.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Well, we really appreciate you coming out here tonight. Every Whaler fan that comes out here, we can't thank you enough. We've got the petitions here to sign. I'm sure you've already signed them.
I have.
And we really appreciate that.
All right. Thank you so much for having me on.
No problem.
All right. Thanks, Jared.
Yep. And here we are again, the Whaler guys, and we're here with Ryan, another big Whaler fan. Ryan, what do you think of the festivities here today so far?
Oh man, I think the festivities are great. Everybody came out, it was a good turnout. Everybody's got their gear on. We signed the petitions. Everybody's just awesome, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have a favorite Whaler memory?
Yeah, my favorite Whaler memory is definitely the last game. Unfortunately, is the worst memory and the best memory, but at the same time, the last game, the players all knew the fans. They were interacting. They were giving away their gear. They really appreciated all the fans coming out.
Do you have a favorite Whaler?
Exactly. I mean, every single one of those guys, they cared. They poured their hearts out every night. They knew that they were in a tough market, and yet every single night, those fans, they played. They gave their hearts, and it just showed. I mean, I still like coffee. Yeah, I like my coffee. Everybody likes their coffee.
Yeah,
that's my
coffee.
guy.
Yeah,
okay, then that's your guy. Everyone has their guy. Mine was Dedeen. A friend of mine was Dana Muzzy, who was on defense. He was a great guy. What about you? Who's your favorite?
Ooh, man, Ryan made me think now. It used to be Ron Francis, always was, but then after meeting Kevin Dineen face to face, talking to him, he was just incredible. I mean, you're right though. There's not really a Whaler that I absolutely despise, and
and hopefully we'll see some more. You know, get some Whaler, get a Whaler team back here, get some other players, so we can start some, some new memories.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope so. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah,
Rob,
thank you. Oh, we got a great lineup of interviews here. People are lining up. They want to share their memories and talk about the Whalers. We're here at Muzzy Field, July 16th, and we're here with Joe Wysocki, who is the Hartford Whalers Booster Club Vice President. Joe, what do you think of the festivities here so far?
This is awesome. It's a different venue. I'm seeing a lot of Whaler jerseys out here, which is great. I'm glad people are out here. It's adding more substance to our the mission. You know, it's adding more substance to our mission. People are recognizing it. We have merchandise that is hot. The only thing we're lacking is a team. Hopefully we will get that team back.
Now, Joe, do you have a favorite Whaler of all time?
Oh, God, I have many of them. I can't single one out. If I would, I'd probably do a tandem of Kevin Dineen and Ron Francis.
Yeah, those are definitely the big two. You know, we're looking forward to more events down the road, doing things like this and having Whaler fans come down. So we really appreciate you coming down here, Joe.
Thank you.
More and more interviews with the Whaler fans here at Muzzy Field. Jerry from the Whaler guys, Bill and Bill here from Torrington, and they're rooting for the Torrington Titans tonight, and they're losing right now, right? Yep, last thing else. They've been waiting a little while, so what is your favorite memory of your Whalers experience?
I saw the greatest players in hockey in Hartford. The best one got to be the New York Rangers game. It was a tie game, and we were seated right in the whole line of the most obnoxious Rangers fans. Half a second left in the game. The guy stopped the back one there. By the time I came down and was back in the seat, all the Rangers fans would go up.
I think one of the things is now with the Wolfpack being on, we have so many Ranger fans that come in, and you know, I don't personally like the Rangers. I'm a Bruins fan until the Whalers come back, and you know, unfortunately we don't see too many Ranger fans. We see Wolfpack fans that have transformed into Ranger fans. So every once in a while we get a sneer here, but for the most part the Ranger Wolfpack fans have been pretty polite to us Whaler fans. At the age showing up with UConn coming in, it's really good to get more fan base with UConn, and that's actually the other bill there. Any Whaler experience?
Good friend of mine who played immensely in hockey, Ron Francis' son.
Oh wow.
He said it was kind of cool to see, you know, be on playing on the ice and come off everybody's stuff. Francis said, he said nobody knew who he was. People would ask him, did he play hockey? And they gave him a random group of the Bruins, the Avalanche, or something like that. Nobody knew who he was, but he's always this quiet, smart guy.
A lot of them don't want to stick out there, but it was, you know, when you talk to some of them, it was all about community. It was all about what the Whalers meant to the community. So, you know, to have when I worked for the Whalers, it was great. But we have to head out. Thank you very much for your time, Bill and Bill. Enjoy the game and go Titans, I guess, right? Have a good night. I'm here with Joe Bajorski from Middletown. Berlin. And he is the treasurer of the Hartford Whalers Booster Club. So, what do you think about the events tonight?
I think it was an awesome event. Congratulate you guys for pulling off. Great crowd. You know, a lot of Whaler green out there, so very exciting. Glad to be here.
That's great. We're very pleased with the turnout tonight because, you know, you just don't know. Summertime, vacation time, the kids are out of school, who we're going to get. There's a great turnout. What is your favorite Whaler memory?
I think my favorite Whaler memory is the '86 playoffs. Just being able to watch it. I don't think there's one singular memory there. Just watching all the different things and the excitement.
What about your favorite Whaler?
Ooh, that's a good one. I like Stu Gibson.
You're the fighter. You like the fight.
I like the fights.
The enforcers.
Yeah, I like hockey in the good old days. Without
great.
helmets and little fights here and there.
That's good. Yeah, I was, I met him a couple times. I met Kelly Chase, just another great enforcer for the Whalers. Never had a chance to personally meet Torrey Robertson. That would be one person I'd like to sit down and have a beverage with and talk about his career.
Now, when you talk to these players, it's quite interesting to see their perspective. Things work out on the ice and off the ice. So it's quite an interesting dynamic.
It is, and that was one thing that I noticed was on the ice they were the enforcers, but when you were talking to them, it was like you're talking to your next door neighbor, and they were the nicest people in the world. So it was great. So thank you for taking a couple of minutes with us and saying thank you for supporting us.
Not a problem. And I just want to let everyone know, if you're watching, the Hartford Whalers Booster Club is running a membership drive this summer. So our season starts September 1st. Go to the website. We can the membership application, $10, and you're a member of the Booster Club. We're looking to get 100 members this year, so you're more than welcome to come down and join.
That's great. If you're interested, join the Booster Club, look at their website, and it's $10 a year.
So what's the favorite memory besides the All-Star game? You have to have one that's out there.
God, there's so many.
Not one that comes to mind.
Too many.
And that's good because you know what? It's everything. Everything that is about Whaler hockey was the community, and we talked about other people talking about the community and everything else.
Sure.
Is about the guys and what they meant to the community.
Sure, and your favorite players, Deneen, Francis, all those guys. I mean.
Do you have a favorite player?
Deneen.
Oh, absolutely.
John goes on
as
and on,
Jeff Jacobs from the Current said, John Wayne on skates.
Right.
He's great. And like some of our other people tonight said, when Kevin Deneen skated around Larry Robinson and scored in Game 4 to beat the Canadians, one of the best times in Hartford Whaler history. Well, thank you for taking a couple minutes with us. Thank you for all you do for the Whaler guys.
Absolutely.
And we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Well, we're about ready to wrap up. The Blues are leading the Titans right now 5-0. You've heard 5 brass bonanzas on the night. Maybe we'll get a couple more. Other than that, we've had a great night. We've seen a ton of Whaler fans. There's a lot of green in the audience tonight. The players were wearing their hats. We had Pucky walking around. We've got these signatures here for plates, season tickets, and to join the Whaler Brigade and get in the email list. We're really happy about it. And, John Holt from WSB was here and interviewed both of us. What did you think about that?
I thought it was great. There's a lot of things that John didn't know about that we enlightened him and the local media about. Tom stopped by from the Bristol Press and New Britain Herald, and he's going to do another article tomorrow. So, the exposure for the Whalers has been fantastic tonight. It's all about you guys, the fans, about coming out to these events, supporting the club, and we can get them back. We just have to stick together as the brigade. You guys are the brigade, so make it happen. This is just one of a few events that we have coming up down the road. We'll keep you involved on social media. We have a couple things in September coming up. We'll let you guys relax for about a month, and then we'll get you back on board.
Yeah, that's right. The summer may cool down a little bit before we get our next event out there, but we're also going to do those restaurant shows in Hartford, which are going to have an open audience. You can come in and join, watch the show, be a participant, possibly end up interviewed by us again. So, we're really looking forward to those types of events. The Blues have been fantastic. We can't thank enough Minuteman, Bristol Press, and also Batter Up Capital for making the event possible. And it was really cool to see the Whaler hats on the players out there. Did you happen to catch that?
Yeah, it was great. And I talked to one of the players, and I didn't catch his name, and he was like, when did the Whalers leave? So he asked about it, and he's a younger guy, obviously, in college, but he loves the hats. He says, I love wearing this hat. He goes, it's Hartford. It's where we are right now. He says, and it's a team that you guys are very passionate about. And I said, thank you for wearing a hat. He's like, it's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, and also you've seen a lot of people around here that have their Whaler memories. They were fans. They were season ticket holders. But then you also have the younger fans who, maybe didn't remember so much of the Whalers, but they like the highlights. They like the colors. They're wearing, their jerseys, and they're very happy to be here. So, we couldn't be happier with the event and how it's gone. And, we look forward to doing a lot more.
I met a guy. He's from Boston. He's right over here. And he's here with his dad. And he came down for the game to support the Whalers. And, it's one of those guys we're going to have to reel in and let them know that the Whalers are coming back. And you know what? If people don't believe and they're naysayers, what do we tell them? Shut your blowhole.
That's right.
Have a good night. One Nation Under Green from Muzzy Field. Have a great night.